You got me exclusive. I'm so high up and lucid. You take me to a safe place. We steady on the same pace, yeah. I'm crazy, you like that. Don't back down, no you talk back.
Hello angels, welcome back to the channel. Today is January 7th and it's about to be our first thrift trip of 2025. I've been sick the last couple days, had a cold, nothing crazy, but I wasn't planning on leaving the house today at all because we're gonna go to the bins like tomorrow and the next day to make up for lost time. But I woke up feeling so much better today that I was like, I think I need to put some makeup on and leave the house because I was starting to feel like, you know, like when you're sick and like you look like such a cave newt that you kind of forget like what you even look like anymore. So we're at that Goodwill that I kind of did a haul of for Vlogmas where I showed you guys kind of what I got, and today I'm gonna take the camera in there and just see what I can do. I hope they have really good stuff because if I'm not mistaken, today is the first day of the new 50% off tags cycle. I believe on Mondays the old tags go down to $1 and then Tuesday is like a fresh start. But yeah, we're gonna go in there, see what we can find, hopefully some really cute stuff. I think we're gonna go to Buffalo Exchange too, so let's get going.
All right, y'all, we are inside. Here is my little fit check for the day. I'm wearing a Y2K Juicy Couture tracksuit. I'm wearing my zebra Uggs, which I really need to replace soon because they are getting absolutely trashed. First thing I saw is this little dog tapestry bag, which I had to investigate just for funsies, but it's definitely not quite the type of dog I would want on a purse, but it's cute. And this little cherry bag is pretty fun. It's something that, like, yeah, if I was at the bins, I would get it, but here it was just a little too much to justify. But this would make a really cute makeup bag. It actually folded open and had a lot of pockets. Then I saw in the kids section this huge Cinnamoroll backpack, which I raced over to, but she's missing stars and it was $10. But yeah, the tag color for the week today is purple. So all of the things with purple tags are half off. One of the only decent coats I saw in the coat section was this pistachio colored Urban Outfitters puffer, but it was $15, so I don't need that. Then I went over to the pajama pants just to see what they had over there, because sometimes there are absolute gems. These ones are kind of made out of like a velour material, so they were pretty cute, but they weren't quite the right price for me wanting to pick them up, but I probably would again if I was at the bins, but I'm gonna let them go. These though, I feel like somebody would really like because they're very unique and they're half off, so they're only $2.50. But yeah, like they're kind of like giving a very bootleg Ed Hardy vibe that I'm here for. Next I went over to the skirts and I immediately found this colorful camouflage print one, but it's from Justice, and I'm like, is this adult size or kid size? I really couldn't tell, so I didn't get it. But these shorts really stumped me. They're also half off, but I was like having a really hard time deciding if I liked them or not, so I guess I'm gonna think about it, but I'm really on the fence with these. Like they're kind of giving Western but also Euro. I'm not sure. These I love though. I love the neon yellow, and they're brand new at tag Xana-D, although I do think this is more modern and not early 2000s Xana-D. I wish these weren't $13 because they're so cute, but I don't think they'd fit me either, so I'm gonna have to think about this one. Oh my god, when I saw this sticking out of the rack, I knew immediately that it was old Victoria's Secret pink. I love finding the old Victoria's Secret pink mini skirts, especially like these are so good. That is the tag you want to see. That's going in the cart immediately, and I am hyped about it. Next I found this little BB kind of like romper dress situation, and it was kind of cute, but I feel like it's not $7 cute. I can't see myself really selling it for very much. This skirt was also really fun, but it had a flaw and it was a little too expensive for it having a flaw. But I love the big buttons and the kind of like little academia style print on it. It's very adorable. This piece I wasn't really sure how to feel about because it's definitely much more plain than what I usually like to pick up, but it did have that nice old kind of like late 90s tag, so I'm gonna think about it. This piece, however, I could tell just by looking at it, it seems pretty old, like old school vintage. This tag stumped me a little, but I do still think it's vintage. It's just an interesting tag situation, I feel like, that I haven't really seen on a skirt like this. And this one is $7, but I feel like this might be worth grabbing. Then I met back up with Niko and I was really excited for him because he actually found a couple vintage pieces on the racks, which I feel like is almost never the case for him. He has a harder time finding stuff than I do usually, so that's good to see. I went over to the Glassware really quick and they had a lot of really fun little things, like this little cat mug with the tail. It was priced reasonably Exactly. It was only $1. So way better than Savers usually prices their stuff. They had all this cow glassware, which I feel like some of y'all would probably love, and it was half off. I don't really sell much glassware because I don't really get free bubble wrap like I used to. And this top really stumped me because there's some things about this top that I think are really cool, but also it's really iffy. Cute tag appreciation. This piece is not very cute, but the tag is. And then this. What do we think of this, y'all? I want to know who designed it, that's all. This one is pretty cute though. This is like a little bloquette moment by the Y2K brand Blush, which usually I just find like peplum style pieces from them. So it was cool to find a little sporty dress like this. Hold up, Red Jumpsuit Apparatus. I forgot they were a band. I never really listened to them. They have that one song though that everybody knows. I don't know. This Metal Militia shirt I would have grabbed if it was the bins, but for here, there's no way I would sell this for much. And stuff like this always catches my eye, obviously because it's zebra print, but unless it's like in the most pristine of pristine conditions, stuff like this really grosses me out. Like you can tell this has been used a million times. Over here in the kids section, I was really wishing that this coat was adult sized because my God, it's so good. It's really hard for me to find cute dresses usually at the racks. Like every once in a while I'll find like one or two. This was the only one really that I saw that I was like, this one's okay, but it was like $15. It is BB, so I mean BB's always fun, but it's not quite cute enough for that. And then this is my first Zone Blue I've ever found at the racks. This is a really good Euro brand that can sell for a lot of money sometimes. It's very like dark fairy core vibes usually, and this one is definitely in line with that, but it has peeling. So I don't know if I should get it or not because of that issue. I'm gonna think about it, but that does worry me a little bit. This was put on the rack in such a manner that I am certain that somebody put it back last minute, and the second I saw it, I knew it's coming home with me. You're coming home with me. This is so cute. This one I considered looking at, but it has, as you can see, some pretty severe deodorant stains going on, and it's just kind of boring, you know? Like it's cute, it's Y2K, but it's not something that I would enjoy selling. I only like to sell stuff that I really feel passionate about generally, so nah. Same with this. I was like, this little late 90s piece, it's just too plain. Like I don't feel like messing with that. I really like statement pieces more than anything, so I considered getting this piece because it's very, very Snow Bunny vibes, but it had some strange stains on the inside and it wasn't sure if they'd come out, and the structure of it was just a little bit off, but I love the big off the shoulder moment. I thought this little vintage piece was so unique and interesting. It's almost giving kind of like a Sailor Gyaru kind of energy, but it had all these little yellow discolorations on the front, and I just didn't see those really coming out easily, especially since most of the shirt is black. So I decided not to put it in the cart, but it's an honorable mention. Next to it, I had found this skull print thermal, which I asked Niko if he wanted just in case, but he didn't. This puff paint vintage Marilyn is kind of crazy. I wish it was just a little bit cheaper. I would have put it in my vintage show on Whatnot, but this isn't the type of thing that I normally sell. It's just interesting. And then it was kind of fun to see a Bats Maru sweatshirt instead of a Hello Kitty one. It was half off, so I entertained it for a minute, but overall it just had a little bit too many signs of wear, so I passed. There was some details on this piece that kind of caught my attention, like the little suede keyhole and the dash of animal print, but it was kind of lacking a little bit, so I put it back. This Sugar Thrills piece really surprised me because it is so not cute. I feel like they make a lot of cute stuff, but I don't even know if I'd pick this up at the bins. It's so like thoughtless. This Disney sleep tee was pretty cute, but I feel like the gray was just a little bit boring. It could have been better, so I let it sit. It was $5. I really like the rhinestone and chain strap on this little Venus dress, which has some kind of like abstract metallic print all over it. It's giving like animal print, but then again it kind of isn't. I'm kind of torn on it, but I'm gonna put it in the cart and think about it. Then I stumbled upon this crazy ass vintage cat sweater made pretty much entirely out of glitter, and I wasn't quite sure how to feel about it, but it was half off, so we'll see. This is another kids piece that I am so wishing was just an adult piece. Like the color and the fur on the hood is so adorable. That baby pink and the length are just killing me. I'm gonna try this on, I think. The Americana Shutter Shades. Lana Del Rey in 2011. Who? Do I need these? I have a lot of Shutter Shades already, but I don't have American flag ones. much to think about. And these glasses are kind of cute, but they're missing too many gems. I actually used to have these, but in pink. And they, at this location, have a wall of comic books, which is kind of cool, but none of the ones that like Niko's looking for. A moment of appreciation of the graphic design of this vintage ice cream maker. And they had such a massive collection of this really pretty rose glass, but I don't need any of them. I tried on the little Kids Forever 21 coat, and the sleeves are a little too short, and if I bought this, I would be keeping it because there's no resale value, so I decided to put it back, but it is cute. Just not cute enough for me. I'm going through my cart deciding what to get in general now. This little tank top would be $250, so I'm on the fence about that. Now that I'm holding up the cat sweater in the mirror, I feel like I can better visualize it on somebody, and I feel like somebody would love this. It's like just weird enough. And the zone blue, I think my game plan is gonna be that I just peel the rest of the peeling on those little straps because it's literally just on the little tie thing, and I think I could get it off if I tried.
All right, well, that wasn't too bad. I mean, it took me like hours to find that stuff though. That's the only downside, but the fact that Niko found some stuff is pretty good.
Never do at those places.
We didn't show everything that Niko got, but he got a couple more things. And we're right by Sprouts, so we're gonna go get a snack really quick because all I've had today is a chomp. And then, yeah, we're gonna head to Buffalo Exchange, which I have a lot of trades, so that should be fun.
Buffalo Exchange had a ton of these really cute and fluffy new merch backpacks, but I don't usually buy new merch just because it is kind of just like mass-produced stuff, but look how fuzzy. Then I found this little zebra mini skirt, and I knew I was probably gonna end up getting this just because it'd be fun to put in my store. This bikini really threw me off because I could see like the very Ed Hardy-esque koi fish on it, but I'm like, did somebody like customize this? Why does it say Shelby on the ass? But I guess the brand is called Shelby Swimwear. Never heard of it, but they definitely like Ed Hardy, it seems. Not the kind of thing that I usually gravitate towards, but I thought this BB Dakota tag paired with this pink trench was so cute. And this little hoodie, I've never heard of this brand before. I wonder, do you pronounce it like Jesus or Jesus? But either way, it was pretty cool. Unfortunately, it had some stains on the back, but very interesting for sure. This is the only juicy piece I found today, and it was too plain for me to want to get it, but I do find a lot of my Y2K juicy here. And somebody definitely sold in a huge collection of vintage dresses. This widow dress is pretty cute too, actually, but I keep finding crazy vintage dresses in here. I'm gonna have to show you guys some of them. Look at this for Valentine's Day, this little like hostess cupcake dress. It's so adorable. This is a weird one for Scarlet Darkness. Very, very Hawaii. Here's a little vintage cutie. She is mint and so fresh. Then I found this, which is definitely more modern, I think, but I really liked the silhouette. It's really interesting. It's giving runway. Here's another little vintage cutie with the most adorable tag. And this one was a set, a little lingerie set. I thought she was pretty darling as well. I think somebody customized this out of a band tee, and this is so adorable. I'm not gonna get it, but it's so good. And I feel like horror fans would have appreciated that last tee I just showed. This is kind of cute. This is interesting. I like the little Fear and Loathing Batman collab situation going on. This would be the perfect baby tee to screen print on. Like, iconic. And I kind of liked the very like boho chic-y structure of this top. I thought this said dog ambassador, so I got excited, but it did not. Here's another really cute vintage piece that I love. She's so adorable. And oh my god, the second I saw this, I was not expecting it to be no boundaries, but oh my god, it's so cool. The print on this is everything. What an adorable little leopard print lingerie slip, and she is micro mesh. This dress was giving like one of those brands, I can't think of the name of right now, but they make like the really crazy like cupcake style Lolita dresses. Oh, so gorge. When I looked up this brand, nothing came up though. This one is so cute too. It's such like a little picnic core dress. Oh my god, the details are everything. And this stopped me dead in my tracks. That rosette is so big and like so like gothically cute. Oh, can't stand it. I think this would be perfect for a Whatnot show that I'm curating for right now, actually. And I don't know, I'm just a sucker for a good vintage Disney sleep shirt, so I had to show this one off real quick for y'all.
All right, y'all, we have returned from Buffalo Exchange, in which I think I got like maybe 5 different things. So it wasn't like the craziest day I've ever had there, but I'm definitely glad we stopped in because I had a couple $100 worth of trade. So I'm like, I may as well get a couple things to put in some of my upcoming Whatnot shows and a couple things to maybe put on Depop. There is one thing that I got right at the end that I'm going to be keeping that I'm super excited about. And I think I only got like 10 of the things at Goodwill that were in my cart. So I definitely slimmed down what I had in my cart at the end there. So I'm going to show you guys what I ended up getting officially. But the first thing that I'm going to go show you guys is these sunglasses that I found right at the end when I was checking out. They're like clear and they have like gold metallic rim and they're almost like a ski goggle shape. I tried them on and they looked really good actually, so I'm pretty hyped to have these because I feel like I could wear these inside or outside because it's just like a clear lens that I can see through no matter what, and they're actually like pretty much big enough that my eyelashes don't get in the way. They were only $7, so I feel like these are gonna look really good with like pretty much any outfit I put on. So I'm pretty excited about that. Next, I ended up getting this little zebra mini skirt. This is by the brand City Streets. And the reason I got this is to put on my Depop. This really fits the theme that I have going on there of kind of like early 2000s scene and just like 2000s aesthetics in general, but trashy Y2K. So this is perfect for that. And it was only $12. So I know somebody's gonna like this for sure. The next thing that I got is this really, really cute little lingerie, like baby doll. I saw the little rosette in the center of this and I thought it was so freaking darling and dainty and sweet. And I think I've told you guys already in a different video, but I'm having a goth like Valentine's Day show coming up. Probably like in the very beginning of February. I have it scheduled. I'm gonna for sure put this in that show because it just fits the theme like spot on. So this one was also only $12 and it's marked a size large. So if anybody's interested in it, bookmark that show, use the code in my description of this video to sign up for Whatnot. Get $15 free to spend, you guys know the drill. And then this dress, I couldn't believe was no boundaries, like old, super old, no boundaries. Like this is the tag that they had when I was like shopping there, when I was like literally 12 years old. So that is crazy to see. I don't even remember them having stuff like this, but I was only strictly buying t-shirts when I was that age. I definitely didn't care about dresses whatsoever. I just wanted any silly, goofy, funny baby tee they had. So this is just awesome. I don't know, like somebody's gonna really like this. It's not my size. It's an extra large, but I will be putting it on my Depop. So if you do like it, be looking for it on there. This one is so cool, but I have never listened to circle jerks in my life. And I don't know if I should or if I'll care or not. Maybe I'll check them out just for fun now that I own this, but I'm definitely planning on putting this on my Depop. It's really cool because it's upcycled. So it really reminds me of that brand that I like a lot that's called like First of a Kind or whatever. The one, like I have the wolf shorts and I have a couple other things from them, like that weird little NASCAR buckle top. But yeah, it reminds me of First of a Kind. And I just had to grab it because I'm like, somebody clearly like took a t-shirt and made this themselves. I can tell by the way it's like folded like this and that there's no tags. There's like deodorant stains on the sides, but I think after I wash it, this is gonna be like seriously so freaking cute and it's gonna look good on my mannequin too. So for $15, I had to get it. So yeah, that's pretty much everything I got at Buffalo Exchange. So we can now take a look at what I ended up getting from Goodwill, which I like only vaguely remember at this point, honestly. Oh yeah, oh my God, the pink skirt. I wish this was my size. Like I would keep this for a bit if it was, but it's a size large and it's gonna be, again, a little too baggy on me for sure. But I love finding this era of Victoria's Secret pink. This is so cool. It's a very sporty little varsity one and it's pretty mini. If you were like a true size large, like this would be pretty like short, which I think is wonderful and I think is what everyone wants right now. So this one will definitely be available on my Depop. But yeah, there's the tag on that one. This one I did end up paying $7 for, which I'm happy to pay for Victoria's Secret pink if it's this cute. I feel like that's a totally fine price because I'll probably price this at like maybe like 35 or so, so it should be good. Okay, this one I was a little on the fence about until I held it up in the mirror and then I was like, damn, now I can see the vision all of a sudden. But I was just a little on the fence because I mean it's definitely a little out there, but people love cats and you should never underestimate how much people love cats and people love vintage, and this is both of those things. So I decided to get it. It was half off, so I'm like $3.50. Like, what I'm gonna do with this is I do have a vintage show scheduled on Whatnot that I've had scheduled for a long time, and I have like bags and bags of true vintage that I'm just like slowly loading in. But this is definitely gonna go in that show, or you know, a future one of vintage items if I don't get it in there quickly. But here's the tag on that one, and yeah, it's just like super fun. Like, it's cozy, it's soft, and it's just like weird, which I mean a lot of people are into, so I'm glad I got it. Okay, this is by far one of my favorite things I found, other than like the pink skirt, and this was literally like just sticking out of a rack as if somebody had already found it and then they just decided not to get it. So I love when that happens. But this is a cutie little baby tee from Next Era. The tag is so good. It says I heart Next Era in a glittery little heart print, and just like the way that this shirt feels, it feels just like super quality. Like, you can just tell just by looking at it, like that is an early 2000s baby tee, and I love that about it. So this one I also paid full price. I paid $6, but $6 for something like this isn't bad, because I'll price this at probably like 30. So it's like, you know, I would have rather found it at the bins, but it's rare that you find stuff like that at the racks, I feel like. And then I got this, which I was like slightly on the fence about, but it's definitely something that I'm like, I honestly would wear this. So that sealed the deal for me, and I obviously decided to get it. It's the little mesh kind of like bloquette style dress from Blush. I found this brand a number of times, and usually it'll be like a plus size piece. I think this one is extra large, so it's like almost there, but I've only ever found like, yeah, like 2X or sometimes even bigger on this size, and you can tell somebody ripped out the paper tag, but it's honestly like a type of piece that you could wear oversized really easily too. So I really like that it has the metallic numbers in the center, and the stripes down the side really make it fun as well. It's kind of giving like a little sporty Adidas vibe, so I'm glad I got this one. It was only $5. It would have been a shame if I didn't. Okay, y'all, I decided to get the Zone Blue, and I'm gonna have to like deal with the peeling on the little ties. I so badly wish it wasn't peeling, but it's gonna be fine once I get it all off. So this is another one that honestly at a glance, I was like, is this even like a good Zone Blue? But it totally is. Like, it's really, really major whimsy goth vibes. And I mean, people are super into Zone Blue right now. So for frickin' what, $7? Yeah, $7. That would have been a shame too. Like, sometimes it's just hard when I'm at the racks, because I'm just such a bins girly that it's like hard to figure out like what I truly want to get or not. Because I mostly go to the racks to make these videos because you guys like them, so I'm like, gosh, what even is a good thing to get? But this is a no-brainer. Like, I should have known. This one I'm not even sure if I showed you guys or not, but camis are one of the items that sell extremely fast for me on Depop, and this one has really cool details. It's like a little cheetah print moment or leopard print, and it has a blue lace trim. The brand on this one is called Girl Wonder, and it even has this really cute little like side tag off to the side here that says the brand name on it as well. So I thought that was fun. This one was on sale, so it was only $2.50. And this is the type of thing that I'll put on my Depop for like 20 bucks. Or like sometimes like 22 or even 24. And they always sell very fast. So just an easy thing to keep in my store, because it also is very on theme. Like, I wouldn't just pick up like any old thing just to make 20 bucks. It has to be either really on theme or I like it in some way. Normally I try to make more money than that on an item. So it's gotta be either one of those things. I really like it a lot, or the theme is perfect. This is one of those things where I'm like, I really don't like it. I'm not gonna put this on my Depop, I don't think, because I don't like it. But anytime I see an old like band tee or tank top, I feel like I have to get it. There's always people out there looking for old band tees, especially from like the early 2000s, like emo scene era. Because I feel like a lot of us trashed them, and now they're either like no longer in our possession and we're desperately trying to find them again, or we accidentally gave them away or sold them like a dumbass. I know I sold some of my old band tees and now I regret it. So it's always good to grab them because people do be looking for them. So obviously this red jumpsuit apparatus, that was a band that I was never really into. I can't even remember what their main song was, but I'm sure one of you watching likes them. So just know that this is gonna be in my Whatnot show called Dressed for Friend Requests. I don't know when I'm having it for sure, but I have it scheduled. So that's gonna be an all like emo scene themed show that I'm curating slowly. But hoping to have it sometime either this month or next month. So this will be in there. It'll be really cheap. It'll be like $10. So if you want to grab it, come through. I paid $5 for it. So if somebody grabs it for $10, that's totally fine with me. And the next thing I got, again, pretty much the same spiel as why I got the cheetah print cami. I got this green, very like fairy kind of coated lace tank top. I actually sold this exact same tank top in white very recently, and I sold it for $20. So here is the tag on this one. This is a brand that was sold at like, gosh, what was it called? There was like, I think Rainbow was one of them, and Heartbreaker. There used to be a store in Uptown Minneapolis called Heartbreaker, and they sold this brand a lot. It closed a long freaking time ago. But anyway, this was only $2.50 because it was on sale. So I mean, even if all I make on this is like 18 bucks, we're still up. So I'll probably put this one on my Depop because again, camis sell super well for me. Camis and tank tops are some of my easiest things to list, take pictures of. They sell-through rate is through the roof. Like, it's just a no-brainer. And then this one is so pretty. Oh, this is, I'm thinking definitely true vintage, but the tag like is kind of interesting. Like, it almost is giving like the vibe of like an Anthropologie brand or something. But what does this even say? It says commotion. But yeah, definitely I'm judging by just the structure of the shirt, and then this tag underneath is giving major vintage vibes for sure. So I'm gonna see if I can find any information about this, but this will more than likely also just be in my vintage show on Whatnot. This one I ended up paying $7 for, but I see a lot of potential in it. So even though I'm not putting it on my Depop because it doesn't fit the theme, I feel like this, even if I asked for like, you know, 20, somebody would pay 20 for it because it's just so beautiful. And I sold a skirt that was similar to this in white, which I feel like was a little less cute for around that much, maybe slightly less. So I'm like, I'm still gonna pick it up because somebody's gonna really like it. That's really the goal here. Somebody's gonna love this so much. So I'm glad I got it. And then these two, like I was a little on the fence about because you can never really get like that much money for pajama pants, but these are pretty cute. I decided to get them. So this was half off, making it $2.50. I'm also gonna put these in my Dressed for Friend Request show and Whatnot because the print is so cute. And I mean, it's giving like a very subtle kind of like Ed Hardy meets Betsy Johnson little vibe. So I decided for $2.50, you really can't go wrong because again, somebody would certainly pay at least $6 for these. So I'm just gonna grab them. And again, Whatnot is an auction-based app. So it's like there's always potential for them to sell for more. So sometimes it's just kind of fun, honestly, to like roll the dice and see what happens. But yeah, that's pretty much everything I got. I hope you guys enjoyed this haul. I'm really excited to add some of these things to my closet and try them on for y'all. So leave me a comment and let me know what your favorite item was. And leave me, is there a seagull emoji? Leave the seagull emoji. Have a good night. It has come to my attention that there is no seagull emoji, but there is a dodo bird. So if you watch this far, please leave me a dodo bird in the comments. Thank you. Bye.